Okay, so yesterday we have started this session. So we have discussed about deviation type of charts and distribution type of charts, ranking, part to whole, and spatial type of charts and flow representation. So I'll just repeat what I have explained yesterday. So we have discussed about deviation type of charts, where we have discussed about uh, subcategory and sales. So we have taken example as profit because in profit we have negative values and positive values. So whenever you want to see deviation type of charts, you need to have negative values in your data. So that's why I'm taking an example of profit. Okay, so you have negative values and you have positive values. So if you sort it based on the values, you can see the values which are coming in, the positive values will be coming in the right side and negative values will be coming in the left side. So we can write the calculation where we can show the difference between positive and negative. So I'll write a simple color condition. So if sum of profit is greater than 0, then it's profitable, else non-profitable. So if we are getting negative profit, then we are not getting any profit from that product or the from the manufacturer. We don't get any from the sales. We don't get any profit. So this is the color condition, basic color condition that I'm writing, and say okay. So put this color condition in the marks card. So we can see positive values in one color and negative values in other color. And in Tableau, we should be using red, green, orange colors. Red, green, orange colors to represent that business is doing good. So we'll represent it with green color. To represent whether we are performing very low, so that we can show it based on the red color. If you are performing moderately, then we'll represent it with orange color. So these colors, we need to use only these three colors. Depending upon the data, we need to make use of these three colors. Until unless if there is any uh, representation that you want to make, you should not use red and green color unless you are telling something is good or bad. So here I want to show, okay, so positive profit, which means good. So I want to represent it with green color. And negative profit is bad for the company. So I want to represent it with the red color. There are certain scenarios where we use colors. Let's say category if I take, and I want to take sales and click on this bar chart. Okay, here I want to color each and every category to showcase some difference. So this is furniture, office supplies, technology. I want to show category in a different color, but I don't want to tell something is good or bad. So then you should not use red color or green color. So in this scenario, I'm not going to use red, green, orange colors. Why? Because in this scenario, I'm not trying to explain something is good or bad. So I just want to show some colors for category just to differentiate. Okay, so just to differentiate between one category to other category, I'm just coloring it. But if you take this scenario, so I'm coloring it specifically to tell that there are some subcategories which are doing good. So that I want to represent it with green color. And there are some subcategories, which are doing bad in performance. So I want to represent it with red color. So this is about deviation type of charts. Deviation type of charts. And now we'll move to next slide. Distribution. Okay, so distribution, or we can call this an histogram chart. So that can be called as histogram chart. Histogram chart. Okay, so for that, yesterday we have taken example of movies, and I'll take these customer names, 10 customer names. Okay, let these customer names only compare it as movie names. Okay, and have ratings of 9, 8, 5, 6, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. So yesterday we have created a range between 0 to 2, 3 to 5, and 6 to 8, and here I have 9 to, I'll take consider it as 9 to 10. Okay, so I want to know the number of movies in this range. Okay, can anyone tell me how many number of movies are there in the range of 0 to 2? Okay, Prashant, can you tell me how many number of movies are there in the range of 0 to 2? Okay, Chandana, can you tell me how many number of, yeah, 0. Yeah, perfect. So there are no movies which have rating from 0 to 2. Yeah, Rakib, can you tell me how many number of movies are there in the range of 3 to 5? Yeah, so 3, 4. Yeah, there are 4 movies. Yeah. Okay. Preet, can you tell me how many number of movies are in the range of 68? So there are 3 movies. 4. Okay, okay. 68. Yeah, there are 4. 4 or 5? 6 is there, 8 is there, 8 is there. 7 is also there, 4. 4 are there. So in the range of 9 to 10, we have only 9. 1, yeah. So total we have got 9 movies. So we also have 9 movies. Okay, so these are the, so this is the base. I mean, I have created this range manually, but in Tableau, so this will, we can create automatically. So I'll just show you how this can be automatically created. So right click on this, create bin, new sales bin. Okay, here I will create a size of 500 and say okay. Okay, so this will create a bit from 0 to 499, uh, 500 to 999. So for every $500 of sales, it will create a bin. And now I will take sales and I will take the count. And I will take the count. So it's like this, yeah. Okay, so if you see 0 to 500, so there are 9,019 rows. So instead of this, if you take just the count, so if you take the count, so instead of this count of sales, let's take orders count. Okay, so basically, I'm trying to take the count of rows. So there are 9,000 rows for this 9,000 rows for 0 to 500 of sales. So when you compare with other rows, so there are only less rows for 500 to $999, 1,000 to 1,499. There are only 2,000 to 31 rows. So I'll just to show you in the Excel file how this is working. Okay, so I have downloaded this data. So I'll just open up that sample superstore data. Okay, so we have selected 0 to 500. So let's select 0 to 500. Okay, so first of all, I will sort this data in ascending order. So just go to data here and click on sort. And here you select sales and make it as smallest to largest. Say okay. So now it is arranged in sorting order, which is ascending order. Okay, now I will take data from 0 to 500. Let's take a simple one. Let's start with 22,500. Okay, so the last one will have 22,500 to 22,999. So there is only one value which is in the range of 22,500 to 22,999. So there is only one value which is in the range of 22,500 to 22,999. So there are no values in between this, like from 17,500 to 22,000. So there are no values. You can see after 17,500, you have this 22,638. So there are no values. So let's see for this one. So 0 to 500, how many rows are there? So we'll check. So 0 to $499, how many rows are there in the data? So we'll just check it out. Yeah. So till here. So 499. So there are 9020. It is counting the header also, which is 9019. Exactly. It is 9019. Okay. So I have removed the header. So 0 to 500, there are 9019 rows. So you can see it is counting that rows. So basically, if you want to know how many number of rows, or in this previous example, what we have seen, yeah. So to know the number of rows in that range, so 0 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,500. So we'll make use of this histogram chart, and you can make, yeah. Okay, so okay, I will explain you about this movies thing. So let's say you have some movies. So seeing the data in a different way, where we have taken the, okay, so range I have taken, where I have taken 0 to 2. Okay, so this manually I have prepared it, right? So this range, you can prepare it by using this bins function. And 6 to, sorry, I'll make this as 3 to 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 to 10, let's say. Okay, so Rakib, can you tell me how many number of movies are there in 0 to 2 range? Yeah, there is only one movie. 3 to 5? Hmm. So there are four movies. So you are taking basically the count of rows only, right? So in this range, whatever is the number that you have, we are taking the count. In the same way, so as you have this, you have only 9 records here, and you are taking the range in this only. But in real time, how what you will have very lengthy records. Like you have 10,000 records in this. Okay, more than 10,000 records. As this, we have only 9 records. You can make a range. You can manually make a range. But for 10,000 records, making range, it's very difficult, right? So in Tableau, what I have done is I have created a bin. Okay, I have created a bin. So bin, what it does is it has created a 0 to 500. It has created a bin, and if you take the number of rows, so it is taking counting the number of rows. Basically, what it has done is we have calculated this manually, and we are calculating number of movies manually, right? So basically, so this is in the range of 0 to 500, or you can say 0 to 499. 0 to 499, and you can copy this value. So there are till 499 it is. Okay, so till here it is the value. Okay, so what I'm trying to see is what is the number of rows for this 0 to 4. Yeah, it will take like that only. Yes. So basically 0 to 499, 500 values, right? So I have created a bin for 500 values. So it will take 0 to 499. It will take that. Even if it is 499.99, it will consider into that bucket only. So it's simple. I'm just taking the count, which is 9019. In the same way, in the next bucket, so this will be from 500 to 999. 999. So it's basically, yeah. So it's basically doing this thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just taking the count of rows. So these are my 0 to 499, right? So I want to show this just the count. So 0 to 499, how many rows are there? 9,000 rows. Sorry, 9,000 rows. So 0 to 500, 9,000 rows are there. And 500 to 1,000, 705 rows are there. So that's what we are showing. Yeah, correct. So it's the same thing. So I'm just taking that. So instead of doing all these manual things, it's not 9.1, it's 9,000. So it's a comma, it's showing 9,909, 9,019. It's a count. 9,000 rows है. 0 to 499 में 9,000 rows है. वो दिखा रहा है. हाँ, yeah. So whatever we are doing here, so we are taking for only 9 rows, right? Okay. But in Tableau, I'm showing you for 10,000 rows. It's the same thing. That's why I have explained you this example. Okay, so that's about histogram chart. And now we'll see. Yeah, so here are the steps to create an histogram chart. Okay, so you can take one of the sales, or you can take any measure and create, right click on that and create bin. Okay, then you can take number of records, or you can take count of any measure. With that, you will get the count of rows in that range. So basically, the funda of uh, histogram chart is to know the number of frequency of sales within the ranges, to know the frequency. So if you see in the chart, okay, so the frequency is more in 0 to 500 range. So there are more rows when compared to other ranges. So there are more people who are buying in the range of 9,000, I mean, $0 to $500 of sales. So that's about histogram. And next we'll move to another one, which is ranking. Histogram, no? Histogram, okay, histogram will look like this only. So even if you create a bin, so bar chart create చేస్తారు. Yeah, bar chart is mandatory for histogram. ఇప్పుడు బార్ చార్ట్ ని ఎలా అంటున్నాం? ఇప్పుడు బార్ చార్ట్ ని ఇది ఇలా బార్స్ ఉంటేనే బార్ చార్ట్ అంటాం కదా. సేమ్ హిస్టోగ్రామ్ చార్ట్ లో కూడా ఇట్లా బార్స్ ఉంటేనే హిస్టోగ్రామ్ అంటారు. It just cannot be line chart or anything. So it should look like this. Uh, so now we'll see the ranking. Yeah, Rakib. Hello. Yeah, can you all hear me? Hello. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. I want to see this vertical bars. So I have created like this. If you want to see horizontal bars, you can keep other way around. Hmm. Yeah. It depends on how you want to showcase. So I'm interested in seeing like this, so I will keep it like this. Yeah. हाँ, ऐसा कुछ rules नहीं है. हाँ. So in representing wise, which one looks good, you can use that. Yeah, Prashant, you were asking something. Hmm. సబ్ కేటగిరీ తీసుకొని అర్థం కాలేదు. Hmm. ఇక్కడ సేల్స్ అని రావట్లేదు. ఏ हाँ हाँ हाँ. Okay. So let me recreate what you are saying. Tell me what you have done. Okay, sales. हाँ. Next. Okay. Okay, label on हाँ. Hmm. This is not the count. ఇది కౌంట్ కాదు, ఇది సేల్స్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ ఇది. సో ఇది ఉంది కదా శాంపుల్స్ టు, ఇది దీని సమ్ ఇది, సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ అది. సో బిన్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ రేంజ్ ఎంత, ఇప్పుడు మనం మూవీస్కి ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసాము రేటింగ్స్, 0 to 500 ఎన్ని రోజులు ఉన్నాయనే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలని ఇట్లా చేసుకున్నాను. Okay, so that's about sum of sales, and okay, so let's go to ranking. Okay, so ranking is basically, let me take subcategory and sales. So this is basically giving the sum of records. So if you go to this one, it will select each and every subcategory and take the sales, and it will do the sum of these rows, and it will give you that sum value for each and every subcategory. So I'll just create a bar chart, and I want to swap the rows and columns and sort it like this. Okay, so here I can see ranking, in the sense whatever has the highest value, it will be coming in the starting, and whatever has the lowest value, it will come in the last. So with that, we can identify which is having more value and which is having less value. So not only based on the length of the bar, so how we are deciding the value is more. So based on the length of the bar, we can decide the value of the sales. So if the length of the bar is more, we can presume that the value of the sales is more. And if the length of the bar is less, we can presume the value of the sales is less. And we can also use one more strategy where we can show by intensity of color. So now let's put sum of sales in the color. Just put sum of sales in the color. Okay, so by seeing the intensity of the color also, we can identify the value of the sales. So intensity of the color will be more for the uh, subcategory which has the highest value, and it will be in low light for the value which it has the low value. So intensity of color is proportional to value of the sales. Okay, so in both ways we can compare. And why do we call this as a ranking? So first one, I mean, whichever has the highest value will come in the top position, whichever has the lowest value will come in the least position. So in that way, we can identify based on the ranking. Okay, so now that we have seen this bar chart, okay, so users want to see, sometimes they want to see what are the like the topmost performed products or topmost performed states, and in the same time they want to see what are their bottom values, bottom five values, or bottom categories which are giving the lowest sales. So at a time they want to see both together. So let's say if I go to this, and if I take customer as an example and take sales and sort this and go to show me and click on this bar chart and sort it. Yeah. So here we can see the values which are coming for each and every customer, and each and every customer has uh, their amount of sales, where we can see Scene Miller is the topmost customer. He has made $25,000 of sales. So these are my top customers. And if you go to the bottom, so these are my bottom customers who made very less sales. So now my requirement is to, okay, user want to see only top 5 customers. When I say top 5 customers, so customers who made high sales, only this top 5 customers I want to see. Okay, so for that, what we will do is we will create a calculated field. Sorry, we'll create a set for that. So set on top of customer name. As we are trying to see only these 5 customers. So I'll filter out these 5 customers by writing a condition. So just right click on this and create set and click on top and select by field. So in top, how many number of customers that you want to see? I will mention 5. Okay, so here we can mention the number of customers that we want to see. So I want top 5 based on sum of sales. And I'll write the set name as top 5 and say okay. Okay, so if I use this set in the filter, so filter definition is to filter, I mean, to restrict the data. To restrict the data, we use filters and or to see the relevant information that we want to see in the workspace. So this is workspace. So in this workspace, so there are 800 customers. So I want to restrict it to 5 customers who are in the top. Okay, so for that, what I will do is I'll put this top 5 in the filters. Okay, only those top 5 customers will be shown to the workspace. So, and at the same time, user also want to see the bottom 5. So here we have bottom 5. So user also want to see these customers so that he can take on action on the bottom customers, why they are taking low sales and all. So from that also we can take some insights and we can focus on that. So for that, what client requires is he want to see the bottom 5. So to see the bottom 5, so it's the same procedure. Right click on this, go to create, click on set and go to this top and click on by fill. Here we have one more option which is bottom and select 5 and I will write this set name as bottom 5. Say okay. Okay. So now I will put this bottom 5 in the filter. So only these 5 will be shown. Okay, so let me put this in the filter. Yeah. So only those 5 which are there in the bottom, those are coming here. Okay. So actual requirement is, so I want to see top 5 and bottom 5 customers. I want to see top 5 and bottom 5 customers. So what I will do is I'll create a combination set. So select whatever the sets that we have created. So we have created bottom 5 and we have created top 5. So right click on this and create combined set. So it's a combination of top and bottom 5 and say okay. So top and bottom, put this in the filter. So now it will show you this top 5 and also this bottom 5. So all this will be filtered. So when I put this in the filter shelf, okay, so at a time you can see top 5 and bottom 5. And you can use any of the filter. Okay, so whichever satisfies this top condition, it is showing as in, and whatever is not satisfying the condition, it is showing as out. And we can rename this edit alias top 5, or you can say top, and these are bottom. These are bottom. So here we can see top and bottom, and yeah, so that's about how to create top and bottom. So I'll write this as top and bottom 5. Top and bottom 5. Yeah, Rakib. So this we have created in the starting to top 5. I have, yeah. So top 5, bottom 5, I have created it, and then later I have combined those two sets. Yeah. So this is a combined set where I need both the values. Top five I need and bottom five I need. Yeah. So I just want to show the difference, which is top and bottom. That's why I'm using one of the column, one of the set. Yeah. So that's about top and bottom end. Okay. Now we'll see part two whole, or we call this as tree map. Tree map. So now we'll see how to create this tree map in Tableau. So let's take an example of subcategory only, and let's take sales. Okay. So to create tree map, these two are mandatory. Like you need to have one dimension, one measure, or you can have multiple dimensions and multiple measures. So you need to go to show me, and so you can see the prerequisites here when you hover on any chart. So the below you can see for tree maps, we can have one or more dimensions or one or two measures. So let's take so if you click on this, so it will automatically be created. Okay. So here the data is getting represented in three ways. So in tree map, data is getting represented in three ways. So what are those three ways? One, size of the box. Okay, so by seeing the size of the box, we can determine the value of the sales. So if the size of the box is more, that means the value of the sales is more. So that is one. And second one is intensity of the color. Intensity of the color. So these two, we have seen it in the previous charts also. So if you have the intensity of the color is more, then you can say the value of the sales is more, or value of the measure is more. So these two examples we have seen, and one more important representation only the tree map can do, which is hierarchy. Okay, so I will tell you what is the hierarchy. So it will be arranged in an order that left topmost will be your highest value, and the bottom last will be your lowest value. Uh, Bottom right side will be your lowest value. So it will be arranged in an order. So that you can see the left top will whatever is there in whatever boxes that you see, the left top will be your highest values, and bottom right will be your lowest values. So this representation can only happen in tree map. So these are the three representations that we can see. One is size of the box, and the other one is intensity of color, and the other one is hierarchy. So I'll just show sales on top of this boxes. So this way we can represent. So this is about tree map. And I will write one calculation. Okay, so if my sum of sales is greater than if my sum of sales is greater than $200,000, then then performing good performance. And else sum of sales is greater than 100,000 and less than, and sum of sales is less than 200,000, then moderate moderate, else else bad performance. Okay, so I'm just writing a simple calculation. So these are the most of the calculations you write with if else statements, or you might be end up writing with a case statement. So, and there are multiple. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Else if. Mm-hmm. I don't think. Let's see. No difference. You can use else also. You can use else if also. One second. Let me see. Okay. So here I'm right. Okay. So here I'm writing condition. So you need to have else if. So else meaning you don't have any condition. So whatever is left will be in the others, like others. So else if I have written condition. So if you have any condition, like if you have any other more condition, then we need to use this else if. So at the end, you don't need to write anything. So let's say for good performance, whichever is greater than 20,000, I have written good performance, and whichever is in 100,000 to 200,000, I have written. And if I want to write condition again, then I will make use of, let's say, sum of sales less than 100,000. Okay, so in this case, you can use else if. Otherwise, if you don't want to write any condition, and you can write just else. Okay, if you think you have any condition, then use else if. Got it? Yeah. So yeah, let's click on apply. So I'll make this as color condition. Color condition, put it in the color. Okay, so you can see for whichever is greater than $200,000, it is colored in this color, which is orange color. So I will color good performance with green color, bad performance red color, moderate orange color. Say okay. Okay, so whichever is performing good, I have colored it in green color, and whichever is in between 100 to 200,000, I have colored it in orange color, and less than 100,000, I have colored it in red color. So I will show you one more condition which Rakib asked. So if I put condition like sum of sales less than 100,000, so this will also give the same output. So then say apply. So this will also give the same output by because so greater than 200,000 and in between 100 to $200,000, and what is left is below $100,000. We have not given any condition. So if you write the condition or if you don't write the condition, so what is left? Else. Else meaning whatever is left, I want to show it as bad performance. So in both the cases, the output is same. So that's the logic here. So even if you put the condition or if you don't put the condition, so whatever is left, I want to show it as bad performance. So that's about creating tree map and the conditional coloring. So I'll just take a pause if you guys have any questions before I go to next slides. Okay, so what are the three ways that we can represent a tree map? Chandana, can you tell me? Okay, Divya, can you tell me what are the three ways that we can represent tree map? What are the three representations? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's go to next slide. Okay, so we'll see the spatial charts. how to create spatial charts in Tableau. Let's go to a new sheet. Okay, so to create any spatial chart, so you need to have geolocation in your data. So click on this location one. Okay, so in your data, if you have names like country, United States, Canada, or in the States, if you have values like Alberta, so these are all the states in Canada and USA. So if the name matches, Tableau will automatically create a geolocation, and based on that, longitude and latitude values will also be stored in Tableau. So now we'll see for state, and I want to see sales in each, and click on show me and click on this. Okay, so in each and every state, you can see so these are the spatial charts. Okay, what is the value in each and every state? So by seeing the intensity of the color, so we can identify this area. California state has $457,688, which is the highest sales. So all this we can compare. And so if you click on the label, so you can see sum of sales on each of the state. So this way we can represent. So this is one of the spatial chart. Spatial chart. And we also have one more other way. I'll just make a duplicate. So go to show me, and you can click on this symbol maps. So a symbol or a dot will be shown on each of the every state. And by seeing the size of the circle, we can identify whether the value is more or less. So that we can represent. So that is about spatial charts. So not only by size of the chart, size of the circle, you can also identify it with the intensity of the color. So if you put this sum of sales in the color marks card, okay, so by seeing the intensity of the color also we can identify. So there are multiple options that we can do in spatial charts. So that's about today's session. So where we have covered the spatial charts, top and bottom end charts, and also the tree map and all. Any questions? Okay, so I'll just show you how to create a donut chart in Tableau. So as we have time, I'll just show you how to create a donut chart. So let's just go to region and sales. So basically, whenever we have not more than six, we'll create a pie chart. So here we have in region we have 4 values. So this is suitable to create a pie chart. Say click on entire view. So here we can see all the values. So basically we create a pie chart to show the contribution of each and every region. So you can just say click on percent of total. Percent of total and show it on the label. Okay, so the contribution of west is 31%. The contribution of central location is 21%. So okay, so basically pie chart is directly we can create by just one click, and do not chart is not directly available in is not directly available in chart, I mean in Tableau. So what we do is we do some workaround. Do not chart. So I'll just show you that workaround. So just click on this row shelf sum of 0 and click on this sum of 0. Okay, now that these two pie charts are being created, and I'll just make the other one as circle, and I'll put that circle inside this pie chart so that it look like a donut chart. So I'll remove all these things from one of the pie chart. So whenever you take this two axes, so for every pie chart there will be one marks card that got created. Okay, so for every thing it got created a one marks card. So now I'll combine these two. combine. Okay, so now it is coming on one on top of each other, and I'll reduce the size. Okay, and increase this one. Yeah. So it's another way of representing a region wise sales. So here we are showcasing pie chart, and here we are showcasing donut chart. So this is the process to create donut chart. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can ask, or we can wrap up this session. Uh-huh. Yep. Instead of sales, you want to take profit. Have you attended yesterday's session? That 11 p.m. wala? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understood what you are trying to do. So we can show both also. Sales, profit here. Huh? In pie chart, what do you want to do? You can see the profit value. Hmm. Hmm. But it doesn't make any sense. Why? Because we are representing this with sales, right? So people might get confused. People might get confused. So this percentage is for this angles and this thing, right? So now it is showing you 13.1% for this one. If, so people will, hmm, if you show other measure, it will be confusing. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, that I will tell you in the next session. So that I have explained in the advanced level charts in the yesterday's session. So I will tell you in coming sessions. I will tell you. So for now, you remember this. Do not chat. Okay. Okay. So that's all about today's session. So we'll continue in the next session. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, Prashant. మనం కనెక్ట్ అవుదాం నీకు చిన్న పని ఉంది బయటకు వెళ్ళా సార్ దాన్ని తీసుకురావాలి వచ్చినాక కనెక్ట్ నేను కాల్ చేస్తా ప్రశాంత్ థ్యాంక్ యూ